Welcome back to Where There's a Wheel, There's a Way. I brought my husband in again to chat about literally everything and nothing all at the same time. Okay, Lou, thanks for listening. Bye. Ready?
How do you even do not disturb?
You pull down your thing here,
Okay.
and then you hit do not disturb, or does it say focus right now, like this?
Focus. Yep.
Yeah.
Do not
And then-
disturb. Hey.
You've never done that before? Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back to the show, the podcast. We are here today again with my husband, Austin.
Hello.
Our numbers were great for the show. / I was ill-prepared and asked Austin to come on again.
Happy to be here.
Yay. So we didn't ask a sitter until today-ish. Then we couldn't find anyone. And then I was going to say, okay, maybe someone at Hurrdat Media could watch the kids outside of the studio. And I was about to get that desperate. And then my dad pulled through, thankfully.
That's good. It's a pretty fun environment here.
Yeah, they'd have fun.
People are playing ping pong out there. Like
I was just going to say, I think I can hear the ping pong, or is that rain?
No, it's ping pong.
It's ping pong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
And it is rainy today, and it's like the third time that it's been rainy, and I kind of get scared because sometimes the lights flicker.
it was pouring earlier today.
I know. That's why we're late.
Yeah, and it went from like pretty chill rain to like an epic downpour.
And then people just freak
2
out.
seconds, yes.
Also, catching up, I want to tell you about this motorcyclist today.
Go ahead.
So I was driving with my 2 kids in the back, driving home from Lauritzen Gardens. And this freaking motorcyclist did the mouth thing to me while I was driving with the kids.
The kids were with you?
The kids were with me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he was
Did
disgusting.
You get his
And
license plate?
I did. I started recording him, and he's like, oh, yeah. And he was doing it again. And I said, I flipped him the bird. Paxton's like, Mommy, what are you doing? I said, this guy's not being safe. He's going too fast, even though he was just being inappropriate.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know. That was my afternoon.
That is so gross.
Yeah. So today I want to give a little update on Hello Ruby. Not a huge update from last time when I, did a little soft launch. And then I want to talk about Vanderpump Rules Reunion 3, Part 3, final reunion. And that is all I have to talk about. Do you want to talk about anything?
Let's just let it rip.
Let it ride, baby.
Let it rip.
Oh, and I want to talk about my events this summer too.
Yeah.
So, little update on Hello Ruby. I feel like I've been seeing people out and about at pop-ups or just like fun social things. And they're like, oh my gosh, so are you like, you're done with Hello Ruby? Are you selling the truck? And I'm like, I do realize I was very vague when announcing, and I don't even feel like, I've made an announcement, but not like an official, like what's happening. So yeah, I'm just do it here. And I don't even know when I'm going to be done officially, but I did announce, okay, this is our last season with Hello Ruby, the truck online, like the brand as a whole, which I think was the first question. Like, are you just selling the truck? Are you going to keep doing online? And the answer to that is no.
So you're going to do you have a hard stop date?
No.
Okay.
I don't. So basically right now what's happened is I've had a few people reach out. So I'm working pretty heavily with one right now whom I love and I really hope it works out with. And we are having a third meeting next week. And then I think what I envision with selling the brand is like, I would sell it to her, help her, like almost like train her for the next, 2-3 months and then be absolutely done. Just because I feel like I need some time back. So that would be great. That'd be probably best case scenario.
So do you think 2 to 3 months is enough time to transition all of that?
Oh yeah.
Stuff?
Like I feel like, yeah. Realistically you could just be done, but I would want to like make sure the person feels
for sure
confident and like.
But you're keeping the Instagram.
Yes. So I'm thinking I definitely want to keep the Instagram just because it's a lot of like local people that would be helpful for my other businesses, a local collective, and like my event planning that I do for Midtown Crossing. And then I could just see myself I don't even know because I don't want to be like an influencer, but I want to like keep the community because I just like posting stories of nothing and like me bitching about stuff.
Ford.
Oh yeah. This episode is sponsored to ruin Ford's life. If you haven't heard or haven't been following along, thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
My transmission, I need a new transmission in my almost 5-year-old Ford Edge. Have I talked about this yet? I don't even think I
don't think so. We legitimately have 4 payments left on our
Oh yeah, probably. Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have an extended warranty, which great. I understand. I'm technically like I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. However, I feel like when you spend $30,000 on something, the transmission should not go out within 5 years before you even have it done, paid off, whatever. So I've been like calling corporate, calling the dealership, and they obviously think I'm psychotic and annoying, which I agree. But they're like, okay, we can give you $1,900 off of a $6,000-$7,000 thing. And I'm like, okay, that's nice of you, but like by saying we'll give you $1,900 off, you're basically in my head admitting that like, yeah, you know what, that actually probably shouldn't happen. So like we'll give you a break here. Right. But it's like, okay, no, just pay for the whole thing. You guys, I was on freaking LinkedIn messaging like the CEO of this, the operations manager, the VP of this. And I'm like, I actually maxed out on my free messages. But I'm like,
did you buy premium?
No. Do you have that?
No.
You know what? I used to have that at my old job, and I wonder if I like send a little message to see if I could get someone's username.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, get me access again.
Yeah, I think, the fact that they were going to give you some money is basically an admission of guilt.
That's what I said, and they're like, no, it's not.
Yeah, that's super frustrating. And by the way, anybody that's on your bad side as far as those types of situations goes, I pity the individual that has to experience that, because the wrath of Jill, when it comes, you go hard. So I think the reason that you ended up gaining some traction right now is because you ended up posting something to your story on your Hello Ruby Instagram, and then someone commented, right?
Well, I wouldn't even say I'm getting traction.
Well, didn't someone actually reply to you on a Facebook post?
Yes. No, Facebook Messenger. They did, but then they said the same outcome.
The same outcome?
Same outcome.
Oh,
They're like, they said they would help you $1,900. That's then when I got on LinkedIn. I know, but whatever.
So LinkedIn was after Facebook.
Yeah. Because, someone from my Hello Ruby stories, yes, I understand what you're saying now, did message me. I can't even remember who it was. I'll have to look. But she said try the Facebook Messenger because she had the same problem, but that at that point she was so pissed she already had a new car. Oh. So maybe that's what I need to do.
So frustrating.
Does anyone want a used Ford Edge titanium?
It still works.
It does work. It's just a little shaky around 25 miles per hour.
Kind of does this when you're driving home.
Maybe that's why the motorcycle guy thought I was...
your car's thrusting on the interstate.
Yes, actually, that makes more sense to me now.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about before that? The wrath of Jill also, like... I am psychotic, but I also like, it's only when things are like in my head unjust.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's just whatever I think, which sometimes is not great. But
I feel like you have a very nuanced view of some just and unjust things. But I think in those clear scenarios, like, I mean, it's clear that Ford has made a mistake in their manufacturing process. There's no doubt. Oh, yeah.
And not to mention, all of the other years are recalled for the transmission.
Every year
2019 Ford Edge, not the titanium, but the 2019 Ford Edge. Like, it's probably the same freaking thing.
Well, I'm glad that you haven't paid for it yet, because I suspect that it's a matter of time until they end up.
Oh, I don't.
You don't think so?
Well, we'll see. Maybe this will go viral.
Fingers crossed.
Not. But yeah, back to Hello Ruby update. I think that's it. I kind of like, my ideal would be to be like done this summer, and then help the new person like transition, and then like come fall, maybe fall or late fall and a holiday, just be like focused on a local collective events, a local collective membership, Midtown Crossing stuff, and my own stuff. I don't even know. I feel like those still are full-time jobs, so it's going to be great.
So do you think you'll do more like Midtown Crossing events and stuff?
We actually they did add one. It's the end of August or mid to late August for Market in the Park, which is during the Chalk Art Festival. Oh my gosh. I sound like my son.
Chalk Art Festival? What's
yeah.
that?
So they basically have like a contest for artists, and they like, you can vote on like chalk art and stuff. And then so that's like around the businesses, and then we'll be in the park. So yeah, so we'll be doing that, which is fun.
So do you think you'll try to expand your clientele in that facet, doing different like events for?
Not right at first, just because I feel like, again, it's already like a full-time job with a local collective and doing the events for Midtown. So no, but like maybe eventually, maybe when the kids are in school or something.
Yeah. What are you gonna do as far as expanding local collective? What does that look like?
What a great question. It's like I asked you to say that when I actually did not. It's like you listen.
It's like I'm a curious guy that is interested in my wife's affairs.
Jobs. I would love to make the membership like, I want to say more cumbersome, but I feel like that's such a weird word.
Cumbersome?
Like, You're
going to imbue them? Remember, you didn't know what that word was.
Grace is laughing. Yes, I do remember.
Make it more cumbersome. So cumbersome
is bad
as far as I take it, is making it harder to initiate or get
expand. I want to expand the like
Where
greatness.
Where did cumbersome come from?
I don't know.
Okay. So we want to make it less cumbersome.
Yeah.
For people to get
I honestly, what does that word mean? I'm unsure, but I want to make it more beneficial and like more offerings. I want more offerings for our members.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay, great.
More offerings. So like I want to like reach out.
What are the current offerings?
Like you get 10% off at Elevate Med Spa. You get a cheaper rate for Elevate cycling and fitness. We have Vitality Bowls. You get a discount. Zen Coffee offers 20% off. Stir Coffee offers 15% off. So it's just like,
we haven't been to Vitality Bowls in a long time, by the way.
I know.
To go there again. All right, sorry.
It is good. They also have a new owner. It's not that Katie gal that we met. It's
really?
a different person who I haven't met yet, but just
big fan of the Nutty Bowl. It's great.
Oh yeah. Bowl. Which one did I like?
You like the classic, like it was.
Oh yeah. And I like the large, like not the small.
Banana. Yeah.
And you like
well,
the
it's
small.
like what, $1 more, and you get like twice as much. It's definitely.
Shout out Vitality.
Okay, so with Local Collective, you get discounts on local businesses.
Yes, so that's just a part of it. But then also we do monthly meetups, and at this point, it's kind of like every other month meetups because we're all so busy, like to plan it even. So I would like to really hone in and get like we do happy hours, we do coffees, but also we do like more education ones. Like we'll have people come in. I would like to get some really cool like Shopify people who could help us, most of the collective, with like, oh, here's a great way for XYZ in Shopify. Like, what are your troubles in Shopify? How can I help? Somebody for like SEO to come in and give best practices on how to, get better traction on Google. TikTok Shop, like how are people utilizing TikTok Shop, even though it might be banned, or is it? I don't know. So just like create more value to our members, I think is my goal.
I love that. So what is like currently when you have your meetups or meetings and stuff, like what was the last topic of discussion that you guys?
It was a coffee, and it was at Zen Coffee, and it was literally just networking, like chatting. Like a lot of times you just get to meet people more and like know their business more. And like one of the gals that was there wrote a book. She has Butterflies and Halos, and it's basically like a grief. She started as a grief company, like greeting cards for grief ?
Okay.
And she like is an author too. So like I pre-ordered her book, and I'm like excited to get that. Nice. So it's just like getting to know someone just like outside of like their Instagram, and just like networking for collaborations for like, oh, you have this event, or oh my gosh, your storefront, I know this person. So just literally networking in general networking, which honestly is the best. And
it is.
A lot of the members say just do coffees all the time, but I want it to be meaningful. Like Katie and I talk about all the time, like we feel like we need more education, and like not sit down education, but like to really help, but most people say, oh no, we like the meetups or like
workshops,
the
kind of like
yes.
with like new like
workshops. Yeah. We should use that word because I love that.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, I feel like the sense of community around small business is like so unbelievable. I think the sense of community in any facet of life is so unbelievably important. And like particularly with people that are like struggling with certain aspects or having sort of issues or just like celebrating successes, it's like awesome to have other people to share that with.
For sure. I also think when we had the meetup, it was right before Modern Market. So there were a few people there that were signed up to sell at Modern Market for the first time, and they like didn't have a checkout stand. And so we like just answered questions. It was just nice.
Yeah, I bet they like, and those types of questions that people would ask, I feel like in that scenario are just, it's so hard to find those answers. What you really need is to talk to someone that's done it before, that's gone through it. 100%. Because that saves like loads and loads of time.
Yeah.
Otherwise doing your own research in that space is not only is it really hard to actually get the right answer, but it's so frustrating in the process of getting that right answer. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome that you have that community.
I know. I love it.
And then, I mean, interspersing, whatever you want to call it, workshops, that's going to make it even, that's going to like, I feel like take it over it's going to elevate it a lot.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's a ton of value in the community, but then there's also a ton of value in all of those, like understanding SEO and understanding.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Katie and I struggle with like the balance of what to do, I feel like.
So is there anything else within Local Collective besides those things that you want to expand?
Just like with events, I feel like it's very much like Katie and I meet and then we do our list and then we put stuff on the list for the next time we meet. And it's like, I feel like it's more reactive and I would like it to be more proactive. So just like doing that. I've been working with Asana ? Yes, it's called Asana. And I just want to get more organized, but I feel like that's just my ADHD brain. But
you're working with Asana?
Wait, do you use that? Shut up.
Like saunas?
No. No.
Like the hot room that you go into.
It is like a management system online. Asana. Asana.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn it. God, I really want a sauna in our house. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, that's
red light therapy. We got to go to Elevate for that.
Yeah. I actually do want to try like red light therapy or cryo or I have like
I didn't love cryo.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was cool, but I think you probably have to do it a lot.
Was it really that cold?
Oh my God, it was so cold. Katie and I did it together and
how long were you in there?
Froze my tits off. I don't know. 1 minute, 10 minutes. I literally couldn't tell you. Jenna, if you're listening, drop a comment below.
Yeah, that sounds intense.
But red light therapy is what I really want to try. And who was just asking me about doing that?
So what are the benefits of red light therapy?
Something, and something. I'm not sure.
Just rejuvenates your cells.
Maybe something with collagen.
Okay.
And I'm
like
not
collagen.
Sure.
It's good to have
mood enhancer.
Oh, did you feel any mood enhancement with cryo?
No, but I did it once.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to do it more.
That's what I've heard with like cold plunging is that when you do cold plunging or those types of really, really cold activities that it really enhances mood.
Oh yeah. Eventually, probably. I think it would really not enhance my mood.
I think your mood would become
my mood would not be
way worse. So are you planning on like expanding Local Collective outside of like the Omaha metro area, or is it?
No, I mean, I guess initially Katie and I, when we talked 5 years ago, our goal was to like a Local Collective as a overarching brand, and then like Nebraska, and then we could do like maybe Kansas, Iowa. I'm not sure how like long term that plays out, if that's our goal, but I don't know. I'm excited to do a Local Collective more full time, so that we can just see where it goes. Could you
do like with meetups and like let's say pie in the sky, you had all these clients in like Kansas City that decided to sign up for a Local Collective. Like, do you think it would be hard to organize like remote events and you and Katie not be there to have them meet up and stuff?
I think it would. I think basically what it would look like would be we'd have to like, I don't know. We'd have to come up with like procedures for somebody else to do it.
Yeah, like an ambassador, like a Local Collective ambassador.
Almost like a franchise or something.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, it's a whole separate business. It's not just like, because it's all in our heads. It's not anywhere. So that would be something we'd have to figure out. But I don't know, Katie and I will figure it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm excited. I was just going to say, Dad's pool. So my dad got a pool this year. Well, it was in last year. And this is the first year we've been enjoying it. This is actually going to be called, this episode, ADHD with Jill and Austin.
Are you going on to the next topic right now already?
No, it's not even on my notes. It's something I thought of.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's talk about the pool.
I know.
I mean, it's freaking awesome.
No, I know. So my dad has a pool, which is actually so nice too for our kids. And I was like, in my head, like, oh yeah, that'll be so nice and like, no, it's actually so nice. We were going to join Lifetime. And then we were like, why would we join Lifetime? We have my dad's pool.
It's exceeded my expectations in order of magnitude. It is the funnest pool. And I think the thing that I like about it the most is your dad obviously did a ton of research. He always does.
Yeah.
A ton of research.
I have a question. Are you talking loud enough? Is Austin talking loud enough?
Am I talking loud?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I feel like it's like so quiet, but maybe it's just because of the rain.
The rain is really loud. Yeah. But the way that it's set up, like with a very shallow platform at one side, and then there's steps to get in, and then also it doesn't go too deep. The slope is not too like rapid.
The slope ain't sloping deep, which is great.
It's not, because sometimes you get into those pools and you're like halfway to the deep end, and then you're just like sliding and sliding. Yeah. And then the deep end is so deep that you like can't even enjoy it. It's hard. Yeah. And then he's also got those nice little pillars on the end of the deep end where they're like 12 inches from the top of the water. And so like the kids, even with their floaties, can kind of like sit on the corner there. That's amazing. And then the sun and shade aspect is fantastic. Because like sometimes you get into these pools and you just get absolutely murdered by the sun. Yeah. And there's no relief in sight. It's like with Mark's pool, you could just like,
my dad's name is Mark.
Yeah. You just scoot over like, 3 feet and you're in the shade. Yeah. And it's awesome. I absolutely love it. So.
And we started our kids in swim lessons from my sister's husband. So Paxton was so scared about that, but then it turned out great. So that's fun.
Jordan is Sarah's husband, Jill's sister, and he did an absolutely phenomenal job. Yeah, I mean, he's just a good teacher and kept them entertained the entire time. It was really fun. It was awesome to see.
I will say, okay, so it's what, the first fourth of summer done, or like the first eighth of summer done. It is crazy not having daycare or school. Like, it's crazy.
How are you getting along with that, by the way?
Fine now, but I know I'm going to be like stressing because it's hard. Like if you have to get work done, it's like, okay, you do it from 8 to 10 p.m. or 9 to 10 p.m. Or I feel like during our youngest still naps, our oldest is not. So when Noelle's napping, I'll put a show on for Paxton and then I say, okay, buddy, I got to work for a little bit. But then it still feels like I'm like, can't super concentrate. So I'm like just doing emails and at least clearing out what I can. And then like making a list for like the next time I work or whatnot. But yes, hence the reason I want to get more organized. However, it's not working with our house. It's a disaster. But it's fine because it's like, it is fun. I've learned to be like, whatever, like this is how it is right now in this.
We have to accept it. Yeah. It's just kind of, I think it's the stage in our life. Yeah. By the way, when people do ask me what you do for a living and I rattle off the better pretty close to 15 million things that you do, they're like, how the hell does she do all that stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you do a lot. You are extraordinary in that regard. I mean, and but
it's like things aren't as good.
You might not clean up breakfast and stuff, in the morning, and
I might leave the eggs out.
Yeah, you might leave the eggs out. But honestly, like I still don't understand how you even have a podcast. I mean, it's just remarkable. Well, so
I love the podcast.
I'm impressed.
Do you like the podcast?
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do this all the time. It's actually like, it's fun to talk. By the time it's 9 p.m. and we have the kids down, we're like, we want to rot in our bed and scroll TikTok. So then it's like actually good. We're chatting through everything.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Yes. Oh, I had another note on the truck for events. Back to the truck. So night market is tomorrow. This podcast will have dropped after night market, and I hope it doesn't get rescheduled because I think it's supposed to rain.
It is. There's a 75% chance.
Yeah, I know. So that might be rescheduled to September 20th, which the Nebraska football game that was supposed to be September 21st, that we're going with our dinner club. So excited. Now got rescheduled for Friday the 20th, which was our rain date for night market. So I'm nervous about that. However, I emailed my wonderful people at Midtown Crossing. I forgot to tell you this, Molly and Amanda. And I basically just said, like, is it okay if I have somebody else in my place for the actual night? But obviously I'll plan everything before. And they just were like, yep, as long as everything's planned before. So I think I still... Katie Mango. Okay. Katie Lakin.
That's the first person that came to my mind.
But then we were joking.
Great job.
Yeah.
You going to pay her?
Of course I'm going to pay her.
Come on, Katie. You can do it pro bono.
Yeah. So that will be good. So I hope that turns out. It should be fine. Speaking of sports, how can you buy a ticket to something and then they say, oh, JK, we changed the date to the date night before on like what? How is that legal? That actually sounds illegal. Does that not sound illegal? Sounds like a scam. How can sports do that?
I don't know.
Dead ass serious question.
I don't know, but I know that that you've commented on that quite a few times and you're very perturbed about it. And yeah, I don't know.
Like that would be like, let me think of something that would be like that I do.
Be like going to a concert and then being like, hey, got to reschedule the concert for a different day.
Well, which happens for a reason, but not just any reason. Yeah, no, that's actually wild. I guess that does happen too, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's not.
I mean, I know things happen, I guess, but it just seems weird. Like I wasn't free that day and they moved it.
I know. It's frustrating.
Yeah. Anyway. And then I am also kind of excited about June because I am not doing the College World Series this year. It is hot. It is fun. It is busy, but it's hot and it's busy and it's a lot of inventory and it's expensive and it's long days.
Yeah.
So can I tell you how I got to that conclusion?
Yeah, fire away. By the way, all my patients are like, hey, is the Ruby truck going to be over at the College World Series again this year? I'm like, guys, not this year.
Not this year, baby.
This year. They always, everyone that I interact with, they always ask about the Ruby truck at the College World Series. So
speaking of Ruby truck, R's and K's when I learned in marketing are like the best letters for a business because it's like and you like remember that. And my Google searches for SEO are always number one, Ruby truck.
Wow.
It's true.
That's why they call it
Marketing 101.
And not muck duck.
But R's and K's.
There you go. No, that's great.
Yeah. Just a fun fact.
That's super interesting. Those types of things, by the way, I find really fascinating.
I know. So interesting. But yeah, I'm not doing College World Series. The price was literally 3 times what I've paid in the past, which is insane. However, the years before, they always like throw me a bone, I feel like, because I was like the first boutique in their area. So I'm like, have been super appreciative of that. And they're just like, oh yeah, they just, whatever. You eating your yawn? Go ahead. You're fine.
I'm good.
We got no sleep last night. It's fine.
My eyes are watering. Go ahead.
But yeah, what was I even saying? Oh yeah. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm like looking at profits. By the time like I'm not doing hardly any of the hours now. And I haven't been since.
Because you would die of heat stroke, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah. No, I used to do it. I used to do all the hours. I used to not even have help, and I used to do it 10 to 10.
But not since kids.
Not since kids.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I should start doing that.
Yeah. Nice little break. I feel like the other thing, too, about the College World Series is that it's, like, super, super busy the first weekend.
Yep.
And then the rest of the week,
I know.
super dead.
I know.
You're just...
Especially for a women's boutique.
Right,
it's like,
and you're just paying someone to be there to be miserable, and it's like...
yeah.
So are there other boutiques now? Boutiques at the...
I say it weird, too.
At the...
yeah, so that's the other thing. I'm like, I feel like when I was speaking to the gal, I'm just like, I just don't know. Like, after looking at my actual profit after... Like, because you have to ramp up your inventory by a ton, obviously. And then just like paying people, I'm like, profit wise, I could do 2 events this Saturday and the Saturday and work 1/20th of the time and be the same off. So I'm like, that's what I'm doing.
You're going to do Ted and Wally's?
No, I'm going to do Elevate Experience.
Okay.
Which I'm super jacked about.
So where's that
That's at Elevate Cycling and Fitness. So remember when we rode on the bikes outside?
Over in Rockbrook?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's their second annual for that. Elevate, I believe, is launching their like athletic line with their cute merch. So I'm jacked about that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because that's the stuff that Jenna got at Market. So I'm going to do that event. And
Wait, Jenna was buying at Market too?
Well, it was kind of a drunken decision. I feel like that. Yeah. So she bought a few things. It's not like a crazy. It's like,
well, that's cool. That's awesome.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see it all because I wanted all of it. And then she was going to print on it. Speaking of, though, I need to help her because I think she needs help tagging. And she asked if I would help her. And I said yes. And I have not followed up, which sounds like something I would do.
Okay, but before we move on to that, so you said Elevate was one of the places.
Yes.
And where else?
I can't remember. I think I have a personal or like a private pop-up. I can't remember. The 15th is that. Also, our neighborhood's having a garage sale if anyone's interested in swinging by. Yeah, a couple private pop-ups too. So it'll be good. It'll be easier than not doing College World Series.
That's hot.
It's also like a tiny bit frustrating. It's like, oh yeah, your prices went up a lot, but like I feel like I gave her contact to everyone to like, and now I feel like there's going to be a ton of boutiques too. So I'm like, my sales will just probably even be lower, which is fine. That's the name of the game. But
the thing is, though,
whatever.
That the old Matt probably just brings in so much money.
Oh, they don't even care.
They're probably just like,
oh no, 100%.
Which is sad.
I get it. I get both sides. Just especially like doing events for a local collective. I totally get both sides. Yeah. I swear. I do too. In my older age, I've been like, oh, I can see both sides to that. It's all I think about now is like both sides to the coin when I never used to. Yeah. Yeah. But I think it was fun, like those early days when you did have the Hello Ruby truck there because it was so novel and so new. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like people came to the old Matt to go to the Hello Ruby truck early on. I actually agree. Like, especially when clear bags were like the new thing. Yeah. Oh my God. I sold 50 million of those clear bags and it was like, save it for me in the truck, save it for me in the truck. Yeah. Yeah. And then just like the Omaha merch was really fun too. Yeah. Yeah. But that's always fun. But again, they probably, that's probably long gone out of old Matt's memories of those first couple times that you did it. So yeah, it's so long ago, 7 years ago. 7 years. Yeah. That's crazy. So I'm excited. I'm excited for more events this summer though. And are we going to go to a game this year? A College World Series game? Yeah. Yeah. You should take Paxton. We should. I hope it's not humid. It's going to be. I know. It always is. Jinx. You owe me Diet Coke. Yeah, we should go to a game. And I probably would love it because I don't have to like think about work there. And you can get a hot dog and nachos. And Diet Coke. Can you get alcohol there? Yes. You can? So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You could convince me. Yeah. You could convince me. You get a little tipsy. Yeah, no, because I remember I had some White Claws there. Yeah, White Claws. But for some reason I thought since it was college, you couldn't. I think it depends on the specific institution. Oh, like who hosts it? Like UNL, like Lincoln still doesn't have alcohol in the stadium. Memorial Stadium. That's shocking too. You know how much money they would make? Yeah. Because it's not all college kids who go to the games, Avi. Right. Well, and it would probably help so people don't get absolutely blasted before they walk in the door too, and they could just have a drink there. That is actually true. You don't need to slug down your whiskey Coke that's in a Gatorade That is so bottle. True. That's actually very true. It's actually something that reminds me of the health department that they do. That I'm like, if you allowed hand sanitizer, they would actually probably use it than not using you washing your 3-bucket system. That's right. That no one likes. It's like prohibition. You outlaw alcohol, and then you get all the Al Capones of the world to come around. Yeah. Anyway. So we should legalize all drugs. Yep. Even heroin. I'm actually following this girl on TikTok that is micro dosing shrooms, ? Also ketamine. I'm obsessed with her. For like severe depression, she said her depression was 10 out of 10 bad. And then I've watched every video for months. One night I was up for ever, and it's so interesting to watch. I know we've talked about this before, but I feel like if me and you ever did a psychedelic, we would just be like, yeah, let's quit our job and travel the world with our kids. And literally, I'm already on the edge of doing that. I want to move to Sweden. We're going to go to Austria. I'm so excited for that. My friend Monica lives there, and we're going to go visit her. Yeah, I think that for people that just can't get out of that mindset with depression where it's just like, no matter what you are, you're just in your own little shell. Like being able to break out of that shell with like a psychedelic or some sort of medication to help you with that, I think is... Also, we're not doctors. Well, actually you are, but not a medical doctor. Yeah, you're not a real doctor. I'm just doctor of pharmacy. Just want to throw that out there. We are not giving medical advice. She said, she talks about it being like, she's like, I can't describe it. It's like, she doesn't hallucinate, but she's like, I feel like my brain went through a wash.
Isn't that what she says?
No.
No.
Like her brain's through a wash is what she says.
So interesting.
I know. I just like want to know what it's like. But like people in LA do ketamine. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, ketamine.
Oh.
Yeah.
People in LA do it all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like Tana and Brooke talk about it.
I still can't believe too that like, did that gal ever get like the electroconvulsive therapy, like ECT?
Who?
Did she ever talk about it? The ketamine
The
gal?
TikTok girl? I don't think so.
I just can't believe people still actually shock their brain for.
Does it work?
Yeah, it's like a valid treatment strategy.
What about for anxiety?
You want to get your brain shocked?
Well, I don't even know what that means, so no. What else? Speaking of the truck too, the alternator finally went poo-poo.
It was the alternator? Mm-hmm. I thought it was just.
What did I say? Baby, it's not the alternator.
I thought it was just the battery with the lights.
No. So he had been telling me,
no.
you might need an alternator like for the last 2 years.
Who's he?
Josh, my ride or die boy, who I met through Candace, who works on Freightliners.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. We love you. I'm going to tell you, he does not listen to this podcast.
He doesn't?
He won't. No. I just know. He's a very nice guy.
Still love you, Josh.
Oh my God. He's the best.
He's not your driver though.
No.
Okay.
That's cool. And I don't have any more. He's in a band now.
Oh.
Have you noticed I've been driving all the events?
Yes, I have. And I was like, where the hell's Cole at?
Cole said bye-bye.
That guy's a really nice guy too.
Oh my gosh. He was great.
The nicest.
Yeah. I keep texting him in hopes to just throw more money at him to see if he can make it work. But
so is he? He's
in a
too
band,
busy with the band,
and works on trucks. So he's like
touring the countryside.
He is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably what we would do if we took psychedelics.
I know, literally. But yeah, so the alternator is out, so he's fixing that now, and I'm like, I'm freaking out. I have 2 events Friday. We have one at Gretna Nutrition, and then Night Market.
What is an alternator? How much is that going to set?
Oh, it'll be $1,000. Yeah.
Could be worse. Your wheel could fall off on the interstate.
That's why I said, where there's a wheel, there's a way.
That's right.
Oh man. And then after this, are we gonna go pick up my Ozempic shot?
Ooh.
Actually, I think they're closed. Maybe not. They're open. We should.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I've been putting it off for a solid 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And it's so sad because I just revert back to my old ways and just love fast food.
So, and that's at Elevate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Elevate needs to sponsor this podcast. My God, it's like I work for them.
We've brought them up probably 4 times. So they are a great business though.
Yes.
And that cycling is really fun. I did have a good time with like outdoor that one day.
I
was like, yeah, the bald guy in the back, keep going, baby.
Who said that? The
You
instructor?
got it. Yeah.
Oh, well. Have you met the owner?
They're very enthusiastic. No, I haven't.
I wonder if he'll be there. He's nice. I can't remember if I don't even think I met him there. I don't know if I've met him, but I just feel like I know him through Jenna.
You said he's nice, but you haven't met him.
Yeah, I did. It's exactly
nice
what I said.
by proxy.
Yes, cool. Nice by proxy. And Denny knows him because he was in Denny's class for March Madness when they did that.
Denny's class when?
Like they did a March Madness.
Like our high school class?
No, like a March Madness contest at Elevate. Anyway, enough about Elevate. Now I want to talk about ShopTucky. Okay, this is the cute gal that I met at Market, and she has these little, like I'm wearing one now, you just tuck it up into your shirt, and I want her on the podcast. And she said she would come on.
Is it like a skim or something like that?
A what?
Like a skim? Like
oh, no, it's like a belt.
Kim Kardashian's? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I want her on the podcast, so
What's the purpose of the belt? Like to carry stuff around in? Or no, like, I don't get it.
It's to like tuck your shirt. So like you're not tucking into your pants, but you're tucking it like to crop your shirt.
Oh, so it's like a higher tuck.
Yes, and it stays. It's not like it comes undone.
Oh, nice.
She's so cute. This is the gal on, she was on Shark Tank.
She was?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I thought I told you this. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm dying for her to get on the podcast. So we're just putting that into the world right now. Yeah. What else? I wanted to talk about any other small businesses you were loving.
Well, we just had that a little neighborhood get together with the ice cream.
Oh yeah, Frios
yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Okay, so this is our friend Carly's friend, like kids' friends, but they actually live in our neighborhood. And she called me saying, oh, Carly gave me your information. She's super nice. They have like a mobile popsicle shop, basically. So she's just getting into events. But yeah, no, that will be fun to have. You know what? We should have her at the Omaha Places pop up.
You know what I keep thinking, though, is...
What? How good the fudgesicle was?
Okay, so first of all, the ice cream was great. Mm-hmm. I think it was like some sort of salted caramel one, because I just love salty and sweet.
Yeah.
But the thing that I keep thinking about is every single time we walk by, Paxton's like, oh, it's open. Let's go get some more ice cream. And I'm like, oh, no, buddy, it's not open right now.
Oh, because the truck's in their driveway?
Truck's in the driveway. So what I'm thinking, though, is that I think the uppity folks in our neighborhood might be like, hey, you got to get that truck out of the driveway.
Oh, for sure. Because I get a notice once?
Yeah, you did for the
Or was it for the trash cans that we didn't put in the garage?
Well, it was probably both. Yeah. But I think you did get a notice for the Hello Ruby truck.
But I've never left it at our driveway more than like 12 hours. Like it's been overnight. But I feel like I did once. Maybe.
I think it was once.
Remember when I backed the truck into the gutters?
That's the first thing that I thought of when you brought that up.
Oops.
Well, we have a lot of people that put their business truck, like our neighbor puts his business truck in.
And Regina does her, what is it, realty? She has her sign with a light on it. That's technically against the HOA, babe.
Oh. And Regina was the one that I thought that was calling on the other.
I think it was. I really hope she doesn't listen to this.
Regina is great.
I don't want to talk about her because I'm scared she will listen to it.
Well, I want to tell her why she's great.
We're cutting this. Cut this.
She's great because she protects our neighborhood.
She's watching you.
She protects our neighborhood. Yeah. Like if something goofy is going on that's around our neck of the woods, Regina is going to know about it.
We know what's up.
She's going to make sure that everyone's safe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Regina.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope they don't get in trouble for that truck too. But it's cute. So it's it's kind of tie-dye truck, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny. I was showing Paxton. He was asking to see pictures of him when he was Noelle's age because we were talking about it. And I found a picture of Ruby, and you were chasing Ruby, and you were wearing a tie-dye shirt. And Paxton was like, "Hey, it's like the new popsicle truck."
Oh, cute.
And so I texted the owner, and I was like, "Oh, my son already has a brand implanted in his brain."
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So is that like I mean, obviously a franchise?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they just have like the Omaha market or something.
Okay. All right, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's a good one. I also had on my list. Okay. So we went to my friend's parents' lake house this weekend, and we were talking about Messi, a soccer player, correct?
Yeah.
And
this is gonna be
people were talking about how like he's the most famous person in the world. And I was like, there's no fucking way.
Does Grace know who?
Yeah. Do you know who Messi is? I've heard of his name. Oh yeah. Okay. She's heard of his name.
Okay. That's a lie. I don't believe you, Grace. I'm just kidding.
However, then they were talking about, he's way more famous than Taylor Swift. And I was like, excuse me? No. But then they started talking about Instagram followers, and Messi and this other guy another soccer player have the top Ronaldo, top two Instagram followers in the world.
Yep.
With millions and millions and more than Kim Kardashian, more than Taylor Swift, more Selena Gomez. And I'm like, my world is kind of turned upside down because I don't understand. And one of the guys that we were with, Brad's brother, was like, oh, well, like, you're just thinking of America. Like, this is worldwide. And I'm like, right. I get it, but like, all I know is America, and I'm still shocked by it. Like, I haven't been able to sleep, if I'm being honest.
About that?
Yes, that's
you've been
wild.
Losing sleep over that?
Well, like, I just keep thinking about it. Like, Taylor Swift is so famous.
She is really famous. But soccer is just like, it's like religion and politics. It's like just so everywhere outside of the United States. Also, there was something funny that came up on one of my like YouTube reels. Mm-hmm.
They're called YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, whatever. Shorts. But Messi and his like girlfriend or wife or something like broke up, and she like sent out an Instagram post that was like, everyone that follows me because I'm Ronaldo's wife or Messi's wife, unfollow me. And she lost 41 million followers in 12 hours.
That's got to be a record.
Isn't that absurd?
That's wild.
41 million.
Were they married or just girlfriends?
I think they were married because they have kids.
Do they? I was just gonna ask if they have kids.
I mean, maybe they weren't married, but yeah.
Yikes!
That's wild.
Anyway, that's what's rocking my world lately. Okay, I also really quickly reality TV. We have got to talk about Vanderpump.
Does it have to be quickly? Can we
not
can we
quickly?
Spend some
Sorry,
time
we can be. I have notes, and I have lots of notes because I was taking notes because I was like, I can't forget any of this. Again, we talk about both sides. I see both sides to a lot of things, surprisingly. One thing, okay, let's start from the beginning. James saying, okay, I don't want to do it as accident because I know I won't be able to, but he's like, I'm galloping so far ahead of you. I can't even see you in the distance. Like,
You're in the swamp.
You eat a dick.
Swamp.
And he's like, you eat a dick.
You eat a dick, man.
That was funny.
You eat a dick, jocks.
Also, wait, what's Ariana's boyfriend's name?
I don't know.
His hair is like 20 million feet long. And then
they seem like a strange match.
Well, she just has to not be ready.
Yeah.
At all.
Didn't they start dating like 8 days after?
That's what they said. I don't know. I also thought it was funny when Schwartz was like proposing to Katie to like one last night. And like at first when I aired, I thought he was going to say have a one night stand, but he was talking about just like sitting there scrolling, getting a bunch of food and eating.
Well, he was talking about one night stand too.
Oh, he was. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because in the reunion, I thought he was.
I think it was all of it together.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was. I thought it was scrolling. Lots
when
of
it
food
originally
and
aired,
sex.
I just heard the sex, or I just thought it was sex, and then during the reunion, I just thought like he was saying that as a joke to just scroll. Because she was like, well, that's actually pretty intimate to just hang out and scroll and eat together.
Yeah.
Like, you can have sex with anybody.
Yeah. Schwartz is low-key, like, freaking awesome lately. I feel like he's gotten better and better as this season has progressed. Yeah. As far as how much charm he has.
Yeah. And, like, him, when Andy was asking him to, like, so you, like, so glad you're divorced or whatever. And he was like, I will never... Whatever he said was so sweet, and like he was kind of crying, and Katie was actually like choking back tears. I feel like too.
I think he said like I don't regret anything, and those are some of like the greatest times that I've ever had in my life. And yeah, I mean that's great that they can reflect like that on that. Yeah, you know, obviously Tom and Ariana are not going to be able to reflect like that whatsoever. Yeah, period.
So what did you think about sending like not showing the Vanderpump Rules people the last 3 minutes of the finale to get their live reactions?
I think it was great.
I know, that was good.
Yeah, I liked how they did that. It was.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna break the fourth wall.
I feel like Lala is. I think she's right about a lot of those situations too, and I think the fact that she has probably a large amount of hormones pumping through her blood too.
I know that's at the end when she was crying. I was like, you know what's actually so sad is she's just pregnant and like. Yeah. Obviously her feelings are valid and real, but like I know being pregnant, it's just like sometimes it's just like so overwhelming and too much.
Well, that's why we have a very busy life and we do a lot of stuff when you were pregnant and everything, but like to be on like a reality TV show
where you hear what the people are talking about behind the back.
Like, you know, going into the comment section and stuff, I can only imagine how unbelievably challenging that would be, and then just add on a hefty dose of hormones in your bloodstream, and that sounds like pretty awful. I do understand though, because I do think Sheena is not telling her full truth. Katie, I don't think is telling her full truth too, and I think she realized like, oh yeah, I can't trust Lala because. Like, I think it's fine for Katie to be annoyed at Ariana, like they're business partners. And I think it's fine for her not to bring it to Ariana, especially in the time. But I totally see Lala's side with it being like, well, no, you said this to me. Like, say it to her now. Like, you're being fake. Like, I get both sides to that because we've all been in situations like that where you can bitch about a friend. Exactly.
It's fine.
You don't always have to air that bitching that you did about that individual.
Right. But then I understand Lala's frustration because that's annoying as fuck, and she was the only one saying stuff.
Right. And everyone was like had the pretty similar opinion to Lala, and then when Lala like airs it, no one like comes to her defense at all, and I can understand how that would be very frustrating for her. Yeah, for sure.
And I do like when Lala was like pissed that no one was being authentic and all of that stuff. And then Ariana was like, well, actually, me walking out and not entertaining the conversation gave you another season.
What was even that? So first of all, I don't even know what that means. So
because they're going to have another season now because of like the fight, right? Not just like her kissing her ass. And it made good drama on TV, I think.
Yeah.
Is what she meant.
What was that event that they were at? I don't even know.
It was like the opening of something.
Was it like the premiere of the show?
No, but there were like fans there because I saw on TikTok like people that were there that were like talking about it through their eyes. So I'm not sure.
So opening of something is
like
what
that
it was.
bar.
Oh, whose bar?
I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember. Dude, that's bad.
I wasn't sure what that event was. I thought it was maybe like one of those.
Maybe
like,
we fell asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
During the last episode to understand what that was segueing, what that was.
I don't know. To know what it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it wasn't, I don't know. Whatever.
Regardless, I can totally understand where Lala's coming from and the fact that like everybody puts their entire life out there and she did it with having a kid and
yes, I agree, but also on the flip side of that, like she really wasn't so honest with the whole Randall stuff for a long time. Like she can sit there and say she's authentic now, great, but at the time when the Randall stuff, even when they started, like it was like, oh, we don't talk about that because Randall doesn't want to. Like she got a Range Rover, she's doing this, like yeah, because he was cheating on his wife with Lala. Like she didn't 100% of the time. She wasn't her authentic self, so that's why I find like. I totally think that that's bullshit. I also, she was saying like, you need to be yourself for my kid and my livelihood, for my job. Like I'm doing a custody battle. Like when would you ever say that to a coworker? Like they're essentially coworkers. Like what Ariana had to do to be authentic that Lala was saying is actually kind of bullshit. Like it's not her job for her to feed your kid, like essentially. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. I also think too that like when Lala was going through all of that stuff though, like with the early Randall days, and he was like wasn't on the show or refused to be on the show or whatever was going on with that. Once she actually got married to the guy and had the kid with the guy, she like we saw all of the stuff that happened there.
But not really. She'd be like, I can't talk about it.
No, after he started being on the show, and she was very open about the whole entire
and maybe
thing
it was because he just wasn't getting paid and didn't want to, or it's probably because he was married though. I don't know.
I don't know.
The part that was actually really sad was Ariana and Tom like crying at each other.
She's just like, I want you to go away.
Yeah. But Tom, I feel like was genuine there.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you notice how he was like turned towards her, like and his foot was on Lisa's chair?
I did.
That was sad. I was like kind of sad.
Like, that last comment that Tom had, that's like, oh, this looks good for me. You know, at the very end.
I agree, but dude, it's probably how they edited it.
I know. There's could be a lot of spin there, but
and he could have said that at any point during this.
Maybe he is just a worm with a mustache. I don't know.
Well, he is. That's a fact.
I don't know. I think that he has times of genuine sadness and regret. And I think he also just lives in a fantasy world of LA where he's just has a pretty strong subset of his consciousness that is a sociopath.
Well, yeah. I feel like if you like go to LA to be famous, I mean, a lot of people probably
kind of
do.
Selects for people.
Yeah.
That are kind of kooky dukes.
And then at the time when it was wrapping up, like I didn't think anything Lisa said was like crazy, but then after when they were still shooting, Lala was talking about Sheena about how when Lala was a mistress, essentially, or whatever, she wasn't a mistress, she was like, Lisa was like, well, a leopard doesn't change their spots. And like, yet was like blaming Lala for it. But then when Tom did it, Ariana was like such a victim. And I actually totally understand her being pissed at that because I kind of thought the same thing. And I don't know why. Like you do think Lala's an idiot. Like he literally did this. And I mean, essentially, Ariana's an idiot too. And like, you think obviously Brittany's an idiot with Jax. Like he's done it a million times. Like they're not going to change. But why is it that Ariana was more victim than told you so, you idiot?
Because I think, well, first of all, I mean, Jax is clearly psychotic, like a sociopath.
But so is Tom.
I don't even think they're on the same plane.
Yeah.
Like I think Tom was struggling with a relationship that was basically, dying, with Ariana, and he didn't know, like, and he's too immature to end it, like, as a grown man. And he had a TV persona and a cocktail book and a house together and everything like that. And he just took the very cowardice way out of just cheating on her and, you know, developing a relationship with someone else. And so I don't think that is on the same level as Jack's, you know, banging Kristen on, you know, Tom Sandoval's couch while he's sleeping in the other room.
Yeah.
Or Jax,
I mean, I feel like it's
cheating
so
on
bad,
Brittany
dude.
right now. Or I mean, just Jax is, I think he's on a whole nother level. Sandoval.
I saw a TikTok of him watching Brittany's confessionals. Did I send that to you?
Yes.
Like at his own bar, like alone, which is funny.
Which he like didn't even react. I don't know. The guy's not.
Yeah.
Guy's kooky dukes. By the way, there was another thing that I wanted to say too. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It was with. I hate to like pull like the like kids card too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
you
that's
feel
lame.
like Lala pulls it.
Well, so I feel like it's like you. I mean, it's just hard. I think that there is definitely a huge layer of complexity that's added with children in the mix, and I think that it's hard for Ariana to appreciate that because she hasn't gone through that.
And it sucks to say that, but it is true because now you understand.
But like once you have a kid, then I feel like you understand, and I feel like it's again kind of annoying to say that, but
yeah.
Yep.
I also died when Andy was like, Ariana, what's your reaction to that? And she was like, I understand the frustration, but I don't understand the insults. So I was like, damn, girl, that was a good. I mean, that's so true.
She's very articulate.
But how about Anne coming out at the end with the sandwiches? That was
Anne.
Funny. And then
they should do a spin-off show with Anne.
No, she's in all of these ads. She has ads for everything now.
Really?
Like
She's
it's like
adorable.
Alexa.
Really?
It's like Alexa, remind me to get batteries. Alexa, cancel the white nail polish because, like, you know, it's how much.
Yeah.
But it's like 20 million things that are associated with the show, and it's really
that's
funny.
so funny.
Like she's making it. She's making big.
I can't believe how popular. Like really. Like I would like to see how popular Vanderpump Rules is compared to like other shows. Like, is it? I feel like we just live in a group that like likes to watch it, but I didn't know like. Is it really that popular that like Amazon is coming in and like hiring their?
Oh, I think the scandal was so big.
But
like, yeah. But I think
wild.
businesses and brands that are capitalizing that are so fucking smart. Like, I really do.
I think so too, but I also am just like how, like if you pulled a random sample of people off of the street, would they know who Anne is?
No, but like I'm literally talking about a Alexa ad on I'm talking about it. So, you know,
Right.
It had to have worked a little bit.
She is funny though, and she's charming.
She's so
even,
cute.
Even
She's
for
like,
people that like don't even know who she is.
She's so cute.
She's still pretty funny.
Oh, and then I also laughed at Ariana's earring getting stuck. I think you actually were like left the room and folding laundry or getting cottage cheese or something.
I saw it. Yeah.
When she got
was stuck on Katie's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie just.
I hate Katie.
Although I will say though that like
she just literally sucks Ariana's ass. That should be your Instagram bio.
Yeah.
Like that's
she's
it.
clearly a very insecure person, and she's clearly a very unhappy person.
But
and
like she's ruthlessly mean.
I know that's because she's insecure and very.
But
unhappy.
like, can you just for once say, you know what? Actually, that was over the top. I'm sorry. Like, just say it. Just say it. Even if you don't even mean it, just say it.
Well,
that
was hilarious when Schwartz was like, "Yeah, that's
the best
basically
you
an
got."
apology." that's basically an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Joe,
just a sad, miserable.
I also thought I felt bad for Joe, but then Schwartz was on someone else's podcast and said like, "Oh, dude, no, like she said all this stuff to my family that I can't even get into. She lied about babysitting one of the executive producers' kid, like when they were first talking, like basically like trying to be in with him to be famous."
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Do you think she had that intention?
I don't
just
know.
To be famous.
I don't know.
Or do you think
it
she's
seems
just,
like
or
it.
do you think she's just freaking weird?
I don't know.
I think she's just freaking weird.
You do.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for coming on. Anything
it?
else? Well, yeah, that's it. Unless you want to talk about anything.
What are we getting for dinner tonight?
I want Canara.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
Shut up. Is that what you want?
Yes. The moment that you started talking about Elevate, I was like, we need to get Indian food.
Oh my gosh,
Get a
it is
Jaipur
so
Canara.
good. Japor, I love. I actually might like it more, but like it's $100 for 2 meals.
Dude, Kanara is just fire.
Kanara is so good at Regency, and guess what? Our warehouse
that
sale
should be a
is coming
sponsor.
back. Kanara.
Yeah, Kanara. Hello.
Come on. Do you have the budget?
This place is amazing.
I want to go there. And you know what I'm going to start doing too is like tagging all those small businesses that we talk about in each episode.
Yeah.
Cute.
Should do that.
Why don't I do that?
It's a great idea.
Okay, let's get Kanara.
All right, Kanara.
Okay, thanks so much for listening or watching. Love you. Bye.